Okay, so we're starting on Lamed Hey, Lamed Bais. Lamed Hey, Lamed Bais, the first word of the line, it's 4 lines down. Itmar. Itmar was stated by Amirayim, it's Machlekes. Rav Amar Mayan Echadu, Haterti Matei, Haterti Hartei. Regarding the difference between blood that comes after birth and for 7 days, 14 days, and then the blood after that, which is called Damtaya, which is 33 days or 66 days. Rav holds that it's all the same blood. In actuality, physically, it's all the same blood coming from the same place. And the whole difference is a ritual law, is the halacha that's applied to it. This the Torah says is kosher, and this is tahar. This the Torah says is tamei. It's all din. It's all the din. There's no physical difference. Levi says shnei mayanasim. It's two different sources. There's a physical difference in the blood, and therefore nista matamei. When the tummy blood closes, that means after 14 days, let's say. Niftachatar, a new fountain, a new mayan opens up, and that's a pure blood, comes from a different location. That's for 66 days. Nistamatar, after 80 days, because 14 plus 66, and when that closes, niftachatame, then the tummy opens up, and then regular woman, regular Nidda and all of that. Okay, are you looking for Levi? Mm-hmm. Levi is a student of Rabbi Danasi, just like Rav was a student of Rabbi when he was very young. It was mainly by Rabbi, but Rabbi took him to Rabbi. He got smicha from Rabbi. So here, if you look on the Kanaim charts, you'll see Levi over here at the end. Gotcha.
You had instructions.
That's great.
So they're basically the same generation.
Yeah, Levi may be older than Rav. Over here on the chart, it looks that he's older. The Gemara asks, "My binayu, what's the difference between Rav and Levi?" Gemara says it could be nice. Shefas mitech shiva lachar shiva mitech abasa lachar abasa mitech abam lachar abam mitech shmenim lachar shmenim. Goes like this. There's a machlekes Rav and Levi if the dam tayar is a different blood than the dam tamei, or if it's the same blood. It's just the Torah says based on the time that it's going to be Torah tamei. So let's say there's a continuous flow from the days of dam tamei to the days of dam tayar. So according to Levi, the blood should have stopped. One fountain needs to close, one valve needs to close for the other valve to open. So according to Levi, because there's a continuous flow, so we say you didn't start the new blood, whether it's the new one is the tummy one or the new one is the tar one. You're still on the old blood because according to Levi, the difference in blood is a physical difference. It comes from a different location. According to Rav, let's go through it like this. L'Rav, Reisha l'Kula v'Seifa l'Chumra. According to Rav, the way we start is going to be lenient. That means from 14 days, there's a flow. She gave birth to a girl. How many 14 days? There's a flow from those 14 days into the next 66 days. It's on the 14th day, the flow started and it continues over a few days. So according to Rav, well, once it's the 15th day, it's tar. Because the whole difference is just time. It's the same blood. The Torah just says that's tar. The Seifa l'Chumra. And I'll have the same thing at the end of the 80 days. When it goes after the 80 days into the following days of continuous blood, it used to be Dam Tayar. Yesterday it was Dam Tayar. Well, today it's not Dam Tayar. Today it's based on the time. Today it's Dam Nidda. Levi, Reisha l'Chumra v'Seifa l'Kula. But according to Levi, I'm going to say different. Reisha l'Chumra. I'm holding on the 14th day and it's bleeding. and it continues on to the 15th day, it should be tar. Levi says it's not tar because the blood didn't stop. So it's really coming from the old fountain, the old source of blood, which was the dam tamei. So that's the chumrah, seifa l'kula. But if you're in the middle of the 66 days and you're going into the days after that, which is really 80 days, because 14 plus 66, you're going into after that, it's going to be a leniency. Because if it starts to flow on the 80th day and it continues past that, you're going to say, look, it's the old blood, it's the dam tayar, it's that star blood. Meisvei, the Gemara has a question. The woman gave birth. She didn't go to the mikveh yet. So she could go to the mikveh after 14 days. What about the actual blood that comes out from her after the time that she could go to the mikveh, but she didn't go to the mikveh? Is that blood itself tamei? She's tamei, she didn't go to the mikveh yet. But what about the blood? So it's dam tayar officially. But is that blood tamei? So it's machlekes in the Mishnah. Beishamai says that it's only tamei when it's wet, just like her spit is only tamei when it's wet, in the urine is only tamei when it's wet, not when it's dry. Beishamai holds that it's only a gzeira midirabanan. It's only a din dirabanan that she's tamei. Bissel say that it's tamei minatayra, that's regular tamei blood. Look at this. We think that she actually stopped bleeding and she started again. Why do we want to say that? Because we're trying to get a story here that's going to fit with Levi, that the blood needs to stop and start again. So Bishleim Rav, according to Rav, that says that it's all the same blood. Just during the time that it's tahar, it's tahar. During the time that it's tamei, it's tamei. So that means that there is no physical difference in the blood. The whole difference is just in halacha. So the Amar Mayan Echad, he says the blood is all the same. Look at this. Therefore, the Torah can tell you that, look, the blood is the same. Really, the whole difference is time. Once you tell me the whole difference is time, I can throw in another factor, time and mikveh. Because the whole thing is halacha. So according to Rab, you throw in another factor, and she didn't go to the mikveh yet, the blood's tamei. But according to Levi, that says that there's a physical difference in the blood. Why? We're asking according to Basil, why is it tamei minatayra? It's not the same blood. It's regular dam tayar. She's tamei, I granted. She didn't go to the mikveh yet. But the blood is not tamei blood. It's a different blood. Amalach Levi will respond to you. Amalach means that he's not here to talk about it, but we can answer for him. What are we dealing with? That it was no interruption. The blood was flowing from the dam tamei to the dam tayar time, from before the 14th. So therefore, the blood's tamei. My time of the Beishamai. If the blood's flowing the whole time, so why does Beishamai say that it's tar? According to Levi. Levi answers, Kasabri Beishamai Mayan Echadu. Beishamai, they hold like Rav, Levi says. We don't go like them. They hold it's Mayan Echad. And they hold that it's going to be tar. We don't go like Beishamai. We can say that it's Shnei Mayanis. And so therefore it's going to be tamei when it's sheshas, because we say it's the old blood continuing. You like the answer?
We need that to sign your book.
You're filling very big shoes.
I won't see that. I realize. But we don't, today we don't believe that it's two different sources, do we?
We're going to pass on like that. You mean scientifically?
Yeah,
you're asking scientifically?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's all the blood from the uterus.
Yeah, exactly.
But
we also don't use this whole set of halachas today.
We don't have dam tayar as well, right? But the whole issue would just have to do with dam tayar, right? Now, but there still could be like nuances in the blood that could be blood of birth. There could be differences in the in the pH or something that could be a different sort of blood. Okay. We always we learn these Gemaras, and then we have these like scientific discoveries. We're like, oh my gosh, they knew this. Someone just sent me an article that the not archaeologists, paleontologists, they got the snakes. They found that the snakes millions of years ago actually had legs. They found proof.
They also found the bones. They also found the bones from the 7 cows from Paris.
Oh, good. So anyway, I have a cousin that's a physicist. So I asked him, what do you think about the string theory? Because there's like 10 vibrations, and it sounds like very much Kabbalah. So string theory is that everything, the basic existence of all matter is vibrations. And there's 10 different vibrations. I mean, when you read it, you think you're reading Kabbalah. So he said, look, physics theories, they come and go. You stick to the Torah and don't base anything on any scientific, Okay. Bishleim Levi. According to Levi, we understand we understand the machlekes Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Beis Shammai says Mayan Echad, and the Torah makes it tar. Beis Hillel holds that it's Shtei Mayanas. And why is it tamei? Because it was flowing from previously, and it didn't stop. Elul Rav, but according to Rav, what's machlekes Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel? So the Gemara answers it could be now Yomi u'tvila. The machlekes is everyone holds really Mayan Echad. So why does Beis Shammai hold that the blood is tahar? Why does Beis Shammai hold that the blood is tahar? Why does Beis Hillel hold the blood is tamei? Beis Hillel held the blood was tamei because there's a halacha that he didn't go to the mikveh yet, so she's tamei. The blood remains tamei. You can throw in another halacha there because everything is all in din. So what's the halachic status of this? So the Gemara answers it's easy. Beis Shammai sabri b'yomi tel rachmana Beis Hillel samri b'yomi u'tvila. The whole thing is halacha. Beis Hillel says that the blood's tamei until she goes to the mikveh. Beis Shammai says no, the blood's tar even before she goes to the mikveh because it's only dependent on time, not time and action. Tashma, come and listen. Yeah, we're going to bring us a proof to one or the other. Both Beis Hillel and Beis Shammai will agree that if she gives birth during the days of Ziva, that the blood is going to be tamei. The Gemara thinks right now that the blood stopped after the Leda to the time of Dam Tayar. There's a stop in the flow, there's a break in the flow, and then it started again. And everyone's going to agree that she's still tamei, that the blood is still tamei. According to Rabbi, it says that there's one source of blood. What's the reason why she's tamei? Is because she didn't count the 7 days, so she's still tamei, and the blood's tamei. Because there's halachas here that to purify the blood. But according to Levi, that says that there's 2 sources of blood. So it's not the same blood. Why is the blood tamei? It's a different blood. What's the difference when she gave birth? She has to wait and count and all of that. If it's not the tamei blood, then it should be tar. Amalach, Levi will say to you, Hachanami b'shefas. No, it's the old blood. The blood never stopped. So therefore, that's why it's tamei. If it's flowing the whole time, so why do you have to say that Moedim Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, everyone agrees it's the old blood? Of course they agree. Because no, the Beis Shammai Yitzchak. The Chiddush is according to Beis Shammai. Because how does Levi explain Beis Shammai? Even though Beis Shammai really holds like Rav, that's what Levi claims. Beis Shammai, the opinion that we don't accept, follows Rav's opinion, which he doesn't accept, which is that it's one Mayan. and therefore, really it should be tar because we've passed the days of Tumah. So, nevertheless, Hani Mili B'Yeledes Greidasa. That's only by a plain woman that's giving birth. It would be considered tahar. The Shlima La Yomi. But because the days have been completed, Abel Yeledes B'Zoyev. But if she gave birth during the days of Ziva, the Bais Svira, that she still needs to count, so then Loi. Then we say that it's still Tameh. What he's saying is that when it comes to Dam Ziva, we say that the blood is the same blood, that the blood is Ziva blood, and so therefore she's going to be Tameh. She's going to be Tameh because it's. Are we talking about it's Shefas? It's Shefas. The blood is flowing the whole time. That doesn't matter to us because we're dealing with Menachem. So really the blood should be tar because we passed the days of impurity. So what we're saying is that because we're during the days of counting for Ziva, we say that blood is tameh. Okay. It sounds too simple. Again, we're back to what's the chiddush over here? So I guess the chiddush is that the chiddush is that I have two different halachas where they both agree to. According to Beis Hillel, the reason why this is tameh is because it's the old blood. According to Beis Shammai, the reason why this is tameh is because it doesn't matter old blood, new blood. It's Menachem according to Beis Shammai, but it's Dam Ziva because she never counted the 7 days.
They agree for different reasons.
They agree for different reasons. Itashima, come and listen. The pasuk says Devaisa. Pasuk says Kimei Nidas Devaisa Titma. When a woman gives birth, she's tamei like the days of a nida. Gives birth to a boy. So it says Devaisa Titma. The Rabbi says Bayala. That means that if a man lives with her, he's also tamei. Devaisa Titma. It's extra word Devaisa. Devaisa means the flow. The flow of her nida. The rabbis, why does it say that? It says the rabbis are leilis. They include the nights as well. It says kimei, like the days of. Maybe I think she's only tamei by day, or maybe I don't know how else I would learn that. The Vaisa Titma. What does it say in the notes of there? Does it say why it has to tell me that? What would I have thought? That she's going to be tar every night? Okay. Devaisa Titma. It says Devaisa, the flow. This is extra pasuk. Rabbi says you led this bezayv shetzricha sheteshev shiva nekiyim. Shiva yamim nekiyim. She gives birth. During the days of Ziva, she has to count afterwards 7 clean days. Bishleim ala Rav. According to Rav, Ramar Menachem, that says that the blood of a woman that gives birth, and the blood that of afterwards, of the Dam Tayar, for the 66 days or the 33 days, it's all the same blood. That's why she needs 7 days to wait. Ella Levi, but according to Levi, the Amar Shnei Mayana saying that says that the blood is anyways 2 separate bloods. Lamali Shiva. Why do you have to wait 7 days? The Mashu Sagi. Immediately after that, why does she have to wait 7 clean days? See, what's going to happen? The blood becomes Dam Tayar after that. So why do we have to wait 7 clean days? Because we have to see if the Ziva stopped. What happens over here? She's going to bleed during those 7 days, did the ziva stop? Yes, because that blood is dam toya, it's a different blood. So why does she need 7 clean days? Just let the flow stop, and then whatever blood comes afterwards is dam toya anyway. It's a different blood. So that blood should not affect the ziva, because the ziva blood was a different blood. The blood that's coming during the dam toya time is not the same blood. So the 7 clean days have to tell me that there's no blood. There is no blood. Even if she's bleeding, there's no blood. It's not the ziva blood. So why do I need 7 days? It's a kasha on Levi. Where it says hachi kamer. You're right. This is what it's saying. It just has to stop so that you should be able to start the shiva nakim. Huge chiddush. According to Levi, your letters bezoiv does not need to wait 7 days. You just have to stop, and then automatically it's going to be clean. Because whatever blood comes is not considered the tummy blood. Okay, Tashima. Come and listen. Yimei Yiburam, the pregnancy days, they combine together with the days of nursing. And the days of nursing combined with the days of pregnancy. This is taking us back to the beginning of the Masechta, where we learned that if a woman sees blood, she's tummy. It's machlekes Shammai and Hillel. If she's tummy lemafreya, we say she's tummy until the last time she checked, or until 24 hours or something. So we said that that's the case according to Hillel. Shammai holds it's always dietary, but according to Hillel, we said that that's only by women that are not misulekes damim, are not that have other reasons that there should be no blood there. So, for example, a woman is in the middle of a pregnancy, so if she sees blood, we don't say that the blood is tummy lemafreya 24 hours, retroactive 24 hours. We say it's tummy from now on, because we were never expecting blood before anyway. It's only a woman that would normally see every month. So she's expecting the blood anytime. So we say, oh, well, look, she didn't check before. It could be it was really there earlier and she didn't notice it. So how long does it take for her to be considered misulekes damim, that she doesn't have blood, and therefore it should only be tummy from then and onward? So we say that's 3 months. So we say that pregnancy and nursing can combine. For example, she's nursing and she right away gets pregnant. So let's say 2 months from the nursing, there was no blood, and then 1 month from the pregnancy. That will combine. If she sees blood after that, it won't be tummy lemafreya. Or the opposite. Let's say this is a little more hard to follow, but let's say she was pregnant and she immediately went to nursing. I know she gave birth in the middle and all of that. That was a complication that we dealt with in the Gemara. But those 3 months the 3 months of the end of 2 months from the end of the pregnancy and 1 month from the nursing time can combine to be misulekes damim. So Kate said, what's the case of here? If Sika Stein b'mei Yibura, she stopped seeing blood for only 2 months. In other words, throughout the pregnancy, she's seeing blood. But for 2 months of the pregnancy, towards the end, she doesn't see blood. Bachas b'mei minikusa, and 1 during the days of her nursing. Stein b'mei minikusa, bachas b'mei Yibura. Or let's say 2 months while she's nursing and once during the pregnancy. Yes, there was a birth in the middle. Yeah, for whatever reason, that's not interrupting here. Or there's 1.5 during the pregnancy, 1.5 during the nursing. That combines to have 3 months. Over here, the term aina is a full cycle. And there's 3 cycles that she didn't see. So then she's considered misulekes damim. According to Rav, that we can understand this. That says that all blood is all the same. And therefore, you have to wait 3 months. Because if she would see during that time after the birth. She'd be seeing during the Dam Toyar time. But nevertheless, that is the same blood. The Torah just makes it tar. So when she sees during that time, that would ruin her physical chazaka that she's a woman that doesn't see blood. If she's seeing blood during the Dam Toyar, because Rav says that all the blood is the same. It's just the Torah happens to say that this is tar. It doesn't mean anything physical, that she's a Mesaleka stomach. But according to Levi, that says the physical blood is different. So Lamali have why do we have to wait 3 months? The Mashu Sagi, once she gives birth, the blood has to stop. And whatever blood comes after that is a different blood. So what are you telling me? She's a Misalekas. She's not a Misalekas Daman because she saw other blood. That's another blood. Look, if she has a nosebleed, do you consider that she's not a Misalekas Daman? Is that going to affect? We're going to say, oh no, this woman sees blood. She has a nosebleed. According to Levi, the blood that comes after the pregnancy, the Dam Toyar, is like a nosebleed. It's a different source. It has nothing to do with her seeing blood that we're concerned about.
Isn't the problem that she had a chazaka her whole life? You have to remove that chazaka and wait 3 months.
Right.
Who should 142 for little community?
We're saying over here that she is seeing blood now. The question is, when did the blood come? So if she's a woman that normally doesn't see blood, so then we say it came right now. But if it's a woman that does, so here, this woman, she has not seen the blood that we're talking about in 3 months. What blood has she seen? She's seen other blood. There's nothing to do with our story. So according to Levi, why do we have to wait 3 months of clean? She didn't see the blood that we're talking about. Now, I have to tell you that this Gemara is like a classic Gemara. If it wasn't about blood coming from a woman giving birth and all of that, so this would be a perfect Gemara to learn with someone that's like, the logic of this Gemara is perfect. Is it a din? Is it a mitzias? And then you bring proofs this way and that way. It's like the logic is great. The topic is not like what I want to introduce someone to in the first time we open the Gemara. But if this would be about like milk and meat, there's something Shabbos. Yeah, okay. So Hachi Kamar, this is what it's saying. You're right. The answer that we gave before, according to Levi, you don't have to wait 3 months. She just has to stop. Once the flow stops after the birth, so that blood, the Gemara over there says that the blood from the birth is not counted as blood from Nidda, so she's still considered misselected. Once the blood stops, so then it's she's considered like she didn't see for 3 months, because even if she will see, it doesn't count as that blood. Tashma, the Shavin, and both Shammai and Hillel will agree that Beroya Achadam Toyar, that if she sees after Dam Toyar, it means 66 days of blood, of purity. This woman now sees blood. Shadaya Shaita. That we don't say that she's Tamei Lemafreya till the last time, till 24 hours, until the last examination, or any of those things. Levi, according to Levi, he says that there are 2 sources of blood, and for the last 66 days, she may have seen blood, may have not, doesn't matter. Mishum hachi dayashaita. That's why we say that she's dayashaita. Why? Because this is like a girl that never saw blood before, and this is her first time she's seeing blood. First Riyah, she never saw blood before, at least not for 66 days or whatever. So it's her first time since in a while that she's seeing blood, so it's dayashaita. It's dayashaita means it's not metame backwards. I'm afraid it only gives off tuma from here and on, because this is her first time she's seeing blood. Rav, but according to Rav, that says that there's one source of blood. Amai dayashaita. Why is she tame? Why is she tame only? Hence, only from then and on. should be Titma Meslei. She should be Tamei a day to 24 hours ago. Now we're assuming that she's not seeing on the 80th day or the 81st day. We're assuming on the 83rd day or something. And so take it back a day. She's been seeing blood the whole time. Just because the Torah says it started doesn't mean she didn't see blood.
And she was clean till, say, the 83rd day. All right.
Right? From 80 to 83. And now she sees blood. She should be tummy back to 82. The Gemara answers, the Leka shows. She saw on the 81st day. So that's why she's not tummy backwards to the, what are you going to be, matamer into the time that the blood was started? The Gemara says, there has to be some time or else she should be tummy at least till the last examination. We're assuming that she sees blood, let's say, during the day. So she should be tummy until last night when the 80 days stop. Or else, what's the whole point? The shoving. There was no, there has to be some time. So at least to the last examination. The Gemara says, this is interesting. If there's no meyes liyes, if you don't have a full 24 hours that you could make your tameh, so we also don't make your tameh from examination to examination, even if it's less than 24 hours. Because the rabbis only applied the rule of tumas mafreya if it's possible to be fully for 24 hours. They didn't apply it only when it's half. The gezerah of tumas mafreya is only if all options were available. Okay. Tashma yiledes bezoiv shesafra v'lei tavla. Woman gave birth during the days of Ziva. She counted the days, but she didn't go to after the Ziva. She has to wait 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks. Why? Because normally she's coming for 2 weeks if she gives birth to a girl. But here she gave birth during the 11 days of Ziva, and she saw blood before she had labor pains, and for 3 days. So she's the Zava, and then she gives birth. So she has to count the days of Tumah for the birth, and she has to count another week for the Ziva that she never got rid of from previously. She didn't go to the mikveh yet. But and she sees down. Ooh, it's machlekes. We'll see. Okay, I try to leave things vague until the Gemara shoots it out at us. Is that Yitzi's sending a trophy? Okay. So she sees blood. The Gemara says, Halcha b'shamai l'shitasam. B'shamai follows their opinion, which their opinion is that the blood isn't tamei midiraisa, it's only tamei midirabanan. The blood itself is only tamei, the substance is only tamei midirabanan, and therefore it's only tamei when it's wet. It's not. And she's only tamei when the blood is wet. The blood is only tamei when it's wet. Beis Hillel l'shitasam, and Beis Hillel holds that the blood is tamei midiraisa, which means wet or dry. Bishleim Rav works out well according to Rav Damer Mayan Echadu. That says that it's one Mayan, it's one source. That's why she's tamei. Look, the same blood. She didn't go to the mikveh yet. Rav holds the blood's tummy until she goes to the mikveh. So the blood's tummy. It's tummy midiraisa. Ela Levi Damer Shnei Mayan is saying, but according to Levi, that says that there's a physical difference in the blood, where the blood comes from. Why is it tamei minat Torah? It's not the same blood. It's not the blood that's tamei. Amalach Levi says, Anad Amri Kitana de Shavin. I hold like the Tana of the Bais Shavin. Now this is a very surprising answer. This is not what I was expecting. I was expecting Levi to come and to tell me, what are we talking about? A special case where the blood was flowing from one to the other, whatever. But you can't say that here because you can't give those answers. That the blood was continuously flowing and it never stopped because we said she had safra. She counted. She can only count when the blood stopped. So now we're totally stuck. So what Levi does is he says, look, you quoted a brisa before that said that both Bais and Bais Shammai hold that the blood that comes after a pregnancy, after the dam tayar, that it's not mitamal mafreya. Now on that brisa, we had a strong kasha on Rab. According to Levi, we said we understand why it's not mitamal mafreya because this is the first time she's seeing. According to Rab, why is it not mitamal mafreya? She's been seeing the whole time. Just because the Torah says that blood is tahar doesn't mean she doesn't see blood. She's been seeing blood. So we had to come up with some answer that we said that it's only within the last 24 hours that she stopped, within the last 24 hours that she stopped seeing dam tayar and now she started dam. So we said, well, why doesn't it metame mipkid lepkida, at least to the last examination? We said, no, the rabbis never put a decree on that. We came up with this answer, which is a deichik answer. Levi says, I don't accept that answer. And that brisa is a very strong proof to me. And so therefore you're quoting me another brisa. So you quote me whoever you want. I have a brisa that says very clearly what I hold. And it's okay, it's machlokes in the brisas, whatever, but it doesn't affect my opinion because I have a strong support. It's the first time we had to come on to like that sort of answer. The whole time we were just manipulating the scenario to resolve it. If you want, you could say b'shifas. No, the blood was flowing the whole time. And that's why it's the original blood. And that's why Levi says that the blood is tamid. Where it says, 1 second, you couldn't say that. It says that she counted. If she counted, that means the blood has to stop to count 7 clean days. You can't say.
Who keeps on countering Levi? Like, who's he arguing with?
This is the yeshiva. This is the yeshiva
Right, so it's
discussing
not
it.
Levi himself actually saying what he's saying.
Right.
Or
They're
saying
Really,
Levi would have said this if he was.
Right. All of this is Amrullah.
Would you like to give yourself a trophy?
We have to ask to look in the rule book.
So, it says that he counted. My answer is, listen to this scenario. She gave birth to a girl, so she's tummy for 2 weeks. She gave birth during the days of Ziva, so she's tummy for an extra week. But the Shvua Kama Pascha, Shvua Basra Lay Pascha. What happened was, after she gave birth, there was a full week immediately that she did not see any blood. Surprise. Maybe she was drained from all the blood. They lose blood. There wasn't a lot of blood after that. The blood started to come again after 1 week. So this is what you said. The next stroke is coming. Because you hear? That first week, that was counted as the counting for the Ziva. So the Ziva, she got over. She counted. We said if then she had to stop bleeding. Yes, she did stop bleeding, but she started again in the second week. So now it continues into the third week afterwards. We say that blood is tamei. How's that blood tamei? It's a different source. Say no, it was shefas. It was continuing from the old source. It was continuing from the first Mayan. Levi holds that no interruption. It continues on. That's why the blood is tamei. That's what Levi will explain. Okay.
You're saying, but there is an interruption a week.
The interruption of the week was during the 2 weeks that she's tummy anyway. So she starts a week later, that's tummy blood. Yeah. We thought, here I have 3 weeks. Look, I have 3 weeks. She gives birth over here. This is her birth. She gives birth. She's a Zava. Okay? So she has to have 2 weeks of Tumah, and she has to have 1 week of counting for the Ziva. And then over here, she's going to go to the mikveh. She doesn't go to the mikveh, and she sees blood over here.
But she's been clean this whole time. She hasn't seen any blood.
No, she's seeing over here. She stopped seeing blood, and over here.
The week after, she stopped seeing.
Okay, 1 second. First, let's get the kasha, and then we'll give the teretz. Kasha was that why is this blood tummy according to Levi? We said she doesn't go to the mikveh. This blood is tummy. She counted. She didn't go to the mikveh. So we said, oh, Levi just doesn't hold to the brisa. That was our first answer. He has a different brisa. He goes by a different brisa. Okay. Then we said, you know what? We can actually explain it according to Levi. It's going to go like this. That the blood continued to flow all the way through until here. 1 second. So how did she count the 7 clean days? Because according to Levi, if the blood continues, it's the first mine, and that's why this blood is tummy. He said, no. What you're going to do is you're going to take this week, you're going to put it back over here. That means she didn't see blood during this week. So she counted the 7 clean days here. She starts to see blood over here. This is tummy blood. And if the blood continues after this week, over here, after the 2 weeks, the blood continues here. According to Levi, it's still tummy blood because it never stopped. That way we're able to get a full counting and the blood not stopping. And it goes according to the opinion that you mentioned before, that those 2 weeks can be used for the count the days of Ziva, which was a machlekes we had before Rabbi Akiva. We had a machlekes. Okay. Amalei Ravina Ravashi. Ravina says to Ravashi, this is the end of the Talmudic period. Ravina and Ravashi are the editors of the Gemara. This is Ravina and Ravashi. Or possibly, it says it's 2 Ravinas here on the chart. Possibly the Ravina Bais, I don't know.
Yeah, but saying to Rashi, the same.
I don't know.
But both Ravinas are living the same time.
Yeah, I don't know why he has to say that. Maybe a taste was somewhere that says that it's a different Ravina. I don't know why the chart has to do that. I don't know. Okay, so Ravina says to Ravashi, Amalon Rav Shaman Misikra. Rav Shaman Misikra told us that Ikla Marzutra Lasrin, that Marzutra came to our land, our place, Asar. Asar, our place. B'darash, and he taught Hilchasa Kavasei Derav L'chumra, Hilchasa Kavasei Delevi L'chumra. He taught that we don't have a psak, and therefore we're going to pass them like both of them, both chumras. That means that when she's going from Dam Tameh to Dam Tayar, we're going to say that she's still Tameh if the blood didn't stop, because of Levi's opinion, that if it's one flow, we don't just say that the time changes it. And we're also going to say at the end that if it's flowing from the 66 days of the Yimei Tayar to afterwards, we're going to say that it immediately becomes Tameh, even though it's the same flow, because of Rav's opinion that holds that it's Tameh. Ravashi Amar, Ravashi says, Hilchas HaKavasei Derav bein l'kula bein l'chumra. Ravashi says no. The halacha is like Rav. No chumra is like Levi. Bein l'kula bein l'chumra. Darash Mareimar taught Hilchas HaKavasei Derav bein l'kula bein l'chumra. The halacha is like Rav. The Hilchas HaKavasei Derav bein l'kula bein l'chumra. And the Gemara itself says that the halacha is like Rav. I don't know if when the Gemara says v'hilchasef, it means the Goinim are adding that in. It would make sense at such a point where Ravashi already passed in what the halacha is, and the Gemara says hilchasef. It must be that the Goinim had some words that the Goinim ended up in the Gemara. It must be like that. For the Rabbanan Savarai. I don't know, at least that's what it lends me to believe when you read that. No, Ravina and Ravashi, they edited the Gemara, and then the Gemara concludes with Hilchaseh. You know, the conservative movement, their scholars always like to say that there was really no sealing of the Gemara. That somehow lends them to be able to manipulate things even afterwards. The Gemara is not like really final. You see that afterwards there was still. We always wanted to say no, the Gemara is sealed. We don't do anything. The Gemara is sealed, and that's it. So Ravashi is. You see, when we had a Sanhedrin, so the Sanhedrin was like the Torah was given at Sinai. God told us So the Sanhedrin told us. That's God told us to follow. Say that's the psak. There's nothing to talk about. Then we had Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. He was like the Sanhedrin. So even though Sanhedrin stopped, but he was the most accepted, and all the Jewish people accepted him. That's the psak for across the board. And then we did the same thing with Ravina and Ravashi. That's it. This is this is what Hashem wants. Everyone knows what's the Sanhedrin. Sanhedrin means that everyone accepts. This is the appointed ruling. So Rabbi Yehuda Nasi and Ravina and Ravashi had that authority. It was like a Sanhedrin. That's how we view the Gemara. That it's that original authority. Okay. Hamakasha. A woman. What's the vowel in Hamakasha? You have a mic? Oh, yeah. Okay. Whichever one. Hamakasha. She has labor pains. A woman that's giving birth. Nidda. She's a Nidda. Gemara's going to have to explain this. She's seeing blood, of course. But what we mean is that even though there's blood from the birth, it's considered a Nidda. As we'll see. She has labor pains for 3 days that are during the 11 days of Ziva. See, normally a woman sees blood 7 days. And then she's clean after that. Till a month later, 20-something days later, she's clean. However, there's 11 days after those first 7 that if she sees blood during those 11 days, for 3 times she becomes a Zava. Now, Zava has special halachas that are different than a Nidda. A Nidda, she sees blood, whether she sees for 1 day or for 7 days, she goes to the mikveh at the end of those 7 days. Doesn't need any clean days or anything. She just goes to the mikveh and she's pure. During the Ziva days, if she sees 3 days, then she has to count 7 clean days and each day examine, and then she goes to the mikveh at the end. Today we've combined them both together, and every Nidda waits 7 clean days as well. We've made a combination. So going back to those days where there was a difference between Ziva and Nidda. So if a woman gave birth during the 11 days after Nidda, so it's potential days for Ziva, it's called Ru'im L'Ziva. So she sees. I'm so sorry, I didn't see the time. Let's leave it over here. Oh, I noticed. Cliffhanger. I didn't see the time. Okay.